Welcome back, everybody, to the Hammerdown Festival YouTube channel, and we're sat with Sam from his band Bleed Again, who are about to play a record-breaking fifth Hammerdown Festival. How are you, Sam?
I've yeah, I'm good. I'm very good, thank you, Harry. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, very good. Yeah, it's been five. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
2017, and then four consecutive years since we kicked things back off again. So that's a lot.
Yes.
And as well as that, two warm-up shows and the Winter Militia just gone as well. So you've
You've
done
been
a couple
about.
bits with us, haven't you? There's been a
We
couple
have,
of
yeah.
bits.
You've been very gracious to have us a lot over the years. The first Hammer Down 2017, I wasn't in the band, I don't think then. I joined
No,
2019, and then
no, yeah, that's
since
fine.
then I've been enjoying them since. But then happy to play the fifth one this year as well. Well, this year in 2 weeks, three
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah, in just a couple of weeks' time now, which is very exciting. Now,
Yeah.
since last year, we've had a slow trickle of new music. We had obviously Parasite last year, and we very, very recently had Obsession, and now we're going to get Black Heart at the end of next week, which is very exciting. So, have you been writing a lot recently? Is this part of something else that's coming out? What's the plan?
Absolutely, yes. Since Parasite, we had a bit of I guess, oh, I'd say it would have seemed like a lull in terms of music coming out, but for us, it was very very important time to sort things out behind the scenes, very admin-y things. And yeah, obviously Simon, one of our original members, left the band. We've been lucky enough to have Bobby from a band called Kinzoku join. He's incredible. He literally hit the ground running immediately, so he's class. In a good place there. And yeah, so one of our plans was to just get on with it essentially. So Blackheart is the third now, so we're including Parasite in this, even though it was a year ago. But also we've had Obsession out fairly recently, Blackheart out now on the 11th. And then there will be another song released in another couple of months' time, 2, 3 months' time, which is basically it's a compilation of singles which we are going to be releasing staggered, and then eventually they will be part of an album. When the album is then released, it will be, we're trying not to do what we've done in the past, and also what we've seen other bands do, which you can either release 2 or 3 singles and then here's 9 brand new songs, or you can stagger the releases, which for bands of our level, I think it makes more sense to keep the content going, which is what we're trying to do this time. And then at the end, it won't be one song on the album for an incentive. There'll be at least 3 or 4 unheard ones, which would be pretty cool. So yeah.
That's very, very exciting. So with Bobby joining pretty recently, has he been involved much in the writing process? Like, what's been the writing process like?
So he's had an input on Blackheart so far, just a couple of opinions here and there. But honestly, a lot of the writing so far has been, because we've had some pretty tight deadlines, it's been very much myself doing a lot of the work here at this desk, and sending ideas back and forth with the band, and then making changes here and there. But this next one, so after Blackheart, is one that we've all very much said we want to collaborate on. So I imagine Bobby will be bringing his ridiculous guitar talent to that song. Um, so I can sit back and take more of a producer route rather than playing all of the riffs. But yeah,
Nice.
that's really exciting.
Yeah, wicked. Okay, you could bring some crazy lead lines. That'd be nice.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
there seems to have been a bit of a different direction with the last couple of singles that we've heard, where there's been some more electronic stuff in there. The songs have also been a little shorter as well. Interestingly, a lot of the stuff on Resurgence. I mean, there are 3 songs that are over 5 minutes long on that album.
Yeah.
I wondered, is this a conscious decision, and what's the plan?
Yeah, as you say, 3 or 4 songs on a resurgence, which seem to, in the at the time when we're writing them, I'm very much, I've always adored songs that, you know, have a really nice intro. You drag out, you build it, like almost it's a proper journey throughout the
Yeah.
song. Yeah, I love songs like that. And that's not to say we won't do it again, but we wanted to take a step away from that and hit some real hard hitting, punchy songs, which make you want to go, oh my god, and press play again, rather than that was nice, that was really nice, and we'll move on. So,
Right.
um, yeah, it's definitely a conscious decision to get, I think attention spans these days as well. Like, not to say anything about metal music or any music fans in general, I'm the same. um, it's very, I think it's difficult to, at least especially new music for maybe less established bands. You want to hear it quick and you want it to be an easier song to show your friends and show people, rather than have you got 6, 7 minutes? Let me show you this. Like, it's not to say I'm never going to write another Sign of Fire or something like that, or we're never going to write something like Forgotten Ghost again, where it is a bit longer. But yeah, I don't think we'll be touching maybe a Halo Machine Head or a Clenched Fist of Descent, where it's like going 8 to 10 minutes. But yeah, as we said, it is more a conscious decision. So it's so far it's having a good impact in terms of people's reactions to it and the streams. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think it's always nice to have a long 6, 7, 8 minute song on an album, but it's just interesting to me that all of the single, well, the two that we've had so far, I don't know about Black Heart, are all well under 4 minutes. They're quick, they're catchy, they're punchy.
Yeah.
And so again, have you written any songs yet that are a little longer, and you've chosen those as singles for that reason, or what? Why?
So Black Heart, I thought was 3 minutes again. When I listened to it back, I think it actually, I've got it right here. It's okay. So Black Heart's 4 minutes 47. So, whoops. But Black Heart is one where I fell into my old trap where I did that. Oh, and then we'll add that, and then that'll be cool, and then we'll go halftime, and then we'll put a bridge in. And but
I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just
no, not at all. I think it's more of so for Parasite, we had a clear idea of how we wanted that to sound. That was very much straight into it, like very short intro, straight into it, and then end abruptly. Obsession was the same. We had a couple of people that did the like reaction videos on YouTube where at the end they wanted the breakdown of Obsession again. And like previously, I might have gone, yeah, let's put it back in. That was one note. One of the guys in the band was like, could we put the breakdown in again at the end? And I was like, no. They should press play again. Live maybe one day we'll add it in at the end or something, do something like that. But yeah, we wanted to keep them snappy. But yeah, with Black Heart, I think that's one where we wanted to go. I mean, don't know if you've heard it yet, but when you hear it, it is very much a different direction to Parasite and Obsession, very much so.
Really?
Yeah, very much. So it's the sort of song that can be 4 minutes 47 seconds, I think, because it does build and build, and it's got different elements. It starts, well, just a bit of a surprise, but starts quite slow, builds. It's that sort of roller coaster we spoke about. It leans more towards Resurgence, I think, in that sort of songwriting style that we've done previously. But yeah, very different, I'd say.
Well, it's good. I mean, it means there's going to be variety on the album. You don't want 12 songs that are 3 minute quick sharp bang.
Yeah.
You want a good variety in there, right? So that's cool. So what other shows you got coming up for the rest of this year? I know obviously you've got Novocaine Festival, right? Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so Novocaine's one of them. So Novocaine is in Sheffield. Oh no, I need to look at the date. I think it's the 4th of October. Let me confirm.
That does ring a bell. I think that is correct. Yes.
It is got it on my phone right here. It is the Saturday, 4th of October. Yeah, Sheffield at the Corporation. Yeah, with the 500 headline in that one. They've got us as a sub-headliner, which essentially is main support, but they call it sub-headlining. Yeah, like that's going to be an awesome show. 500 are always incredible. You've got Night Thieves on there. You've got Fates Follow, Ocean Thieves, Broken Empire, Reanimate. Like it's a huge lineup. I'm obviously reading those names from my phone just to make sure I get them right. But yeah, another band as well. But like naming the main ones that I recognise. Sorry,
have you played Sheffield before?
Have we? Yes.
Okay.
There's a story actually from the first time we played Sheffield. I'll briefly hit I'll do a shortened version. It was an all-day festival. I don't remember the name of it. It was when Russ was still in the band, and Jordan, our old drummer, was in Derelict Dream. The band David Lovejoy used to be in.
Well, David Lovejoy was in Derelict Dream for a bit, funnily enough. But
was he really? Oh, okay. Well, there was
another band,
a post-hardcore band. Anyway, that band was playing. That band was playing the same day. So funny enough, we saw Jordan that day. But we played a show there. It wasn't the greatest turnout. I had just joined. I think it was 2019. I just joined the band. I remember this because the other day it came up on Memories. But for a while, I had a nickname, Haig, in the band, Haig, the bourbony whiskey thing that David Beckham brought out years ago or kind of endorsed. Reason being because it wasn't such a great show, and we were out for the night in Sheffield and staying there. Went back to the room and I drank most of a bottle of Hague, and then was an absolute nightmare. We were all pretty drunk, but yeah. So we have played Sheffield. It wasn't the best experience previously, but it was 6 years ago now. And the reason it wasn't a great experience is because I drank too much, really, to be honest with you. So
Excellent.
have to behave better this time. Yeah.
Understood. Understood. So I've got one further question that we've been asking everybody in these interviews, doing something a bit different this year. If you were to pick your dream festival lineup that Bleed Again would appear alongside, I want you to give me 6 bands.
Oof. I'm not going to open Spotify and look at anything. I could just look around the room, to be fair. An obvious one for me, which comes no surprise, is Linkin Park. They'll obviously be headlining it. Yeah. Obviously, I'd put Architects on there as well. So this is my list, not Bleed Against list. So the other guys might have different options, but they're not here. So yeah, Linkin Park, Architects. I'd put Polaris on there.
Ooh, nice.
Love a bit of Polaris. Bleed From Within.
Yeah, nice.
Machine Head. This is in no particular order. How many is that?
That's 5.
I'll probably message you like tomorrow and be like, this band instead. But off the top of my head, Limp Bizkit.
Oh, okay. Why Limp Bizkit?
Yeah. Because, they were, at the same time I used to love Linkin Park growing up, and used to, that got me into singing and playing guitar because the riffs were very accessible, and the songs, it's everyone's gateway, a lot of people's gateway into the heavier stuff. Limp Bizkit were the other side of it, where it was just foul guitar riffs with just like angst. Like it was when you're being a bit angsty, it's there. When you're feeling a bit sorry for yourself and a bit angsty, it's Linkin Park. But just the full on, yeah. And I've seen Limp Bizkit a few times now, and one of the times I saw them was when I tore my MCL, just from literally changing direction. I wasn't in a pit or anything, but I had a great time. I still remember that very, very fondly. And I think there's not many bands where you can get yourself an injury that requires surgery and still be like, I had a great time. But they're just incredible live. And like Wes Borland's guitar riffs are just the man's a god. So
yeah. All right. So your dream lineup: Linkin Park, Architects, Polaris, Bleed From Within, Machine Head, and Limp Bizkit. That is a sick lineup. I would definitely get to that. That would be cool.
I'll be happy with that.
That'd be good. Sam, thank you so much. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. And everybody at home, if you haven't got your tickets yet, get your tickets to Hammerdown, and we'll see you on the 19th and 20th. Check out Blackheart on the 11th when it drops, and we'll see you all very soon.
Can't wait.